Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys. So I'm finished in the backyard. Anyway, so reference to the story that we're writing. I think we're about at the end of it. I'm still over here, 2981 Hilltop in Chamley. So I caught the neighbor's kid coming out the window early this morning. Not just that, someone went in my room, stole my SIM card out of my other phone. I don't understand. Um, they've been stealing from me for a long time. Most of the guys that were here with Uncle Gary are no longer here no more. They're on their feet now. The Jarvis came back through here and he went in my room and stole stuff out of my room. Mr. Thompson, he's been on trespass list for a long time. And since last year, he was never my friend. None of these guys are my friends. They were hanging out here with the others, but not me. My friends don't do stuff like that. We make mistakes. We're dudes. Dudes aren't perfect, but there's a point where you have to understand when you need to get on your feet and stop stealing from other people. I mean, because you're going to jail for it. I'm dealing with a case of mistaken identity where they locked me up illegally, and I was locked up for 3 weeks. My auntie died, my cousin died, my grandmama died. I held that in. Right around the time they did that, I was not supposed to be locked up. Family came, and the ambulance came and checked me out and let me vent. There was no arguing or fighting, not with me. There was two Dezmonds. The other Dezmonds are older than me, dark skinned. And the other ones are younger relatives of mine who I just recently seen for the first time. So my name wasn't underneath my profile again. In the registry and in the booking department, they couldn't find me in the system. I was already released right then and there at court, and they still had me locked up for 3 weeks. I was working a project for the state. So since I was in the jail, I went ahead and finished the project and the report from Miss Raphael. Everybody needs to know what's going on with the jail, along with Uncle Brian Kemp. And upgrades are necessary, especially when we're clients. When we do wrong, we get locked up. We have to go through the process of learning how not to do it again. But sometimes people make mistakes. But when you're dealing with people who are empowered with your freedom, with your life, your medical stability, your mental stability, and they torture you. I had congestive heart failure in the living room. The police laid me down in the living room and let me go to sleep. They left. And when I woke up, just when I came back through, I was still ill. And when I looked outside, someone asked me, I didn't know who it was, some light skinned dude. They said, "Come out here, what is wrong with you?" And they wanted to know what was going on. And I said, "I'm not well enough to even walk out the door, and it's private property." So I sat outside, and the guy was asking me, just cried, like my grandma dying and everything. I just tell him what was going on. Tell him that I've been here since last year, last February, at this address. I was helping the family do projects as far as inspecting all the older apartments, seeing what's old, what needs to go out, what needs to be fixed, what needs to be upgraded, what needs to be changed as far as for inspections, housing inspections, projects, not even just it for the homeless, everything I'm supposed to do, I did all my projects. And I've been getting attacked the whole entire time by other individuals. I don't know which one they thought I was, but I have several relatives that look just like me. From Indianapolis, from Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi, Missouri, everywhere. We're everywhere. The Reeds are everywhere. And so are the Claytons. And the bad thing about it is I've always had my money together. I always took care of my family. And when it came to Atlanta initially 2010, 2013, they sent me here to be successful. They never left me. They sent me to the other relatives, like Uncle Carl Williams, funeral home. You know, I say his name a lot because that's one of my best friends. That's my uncle. He's a good dude. And then my cousin Terrence. I have relatives here that are very good to me. Even though we've been all working in projects with Tyler Perry, Steve Spielberg, Janet Jackson. We've been doing stuff. But Kelly, Beyonce. And then I actually talked to Donald Trump for a while. That's an actual relative of mine. I do speak to him all the time. Which is another point I'm gonna get to about Miss Testarossa. What she did was upset me a long time ago. She was already around my mom, but she's family, and she called him racist to black women. And I've never come out on Facebook or, or anything like that until recently and said anything like that. And what I told her was, that's impossible. Trump is mixed. The United States is made up of different nationalities all around the world, different cultures, different everything. He called her a dumb black bitch. Excuse my language. But he did it because she pissed him off right around the same time my uncle Orson Clayton had passed away, which is one of his friends. You know, it's one thing when you're taking care of the world, but your personal business and your personal emotions, feelings have to be to yourself. Not to mention his wife is mixed, who's Scandinavian, and something that she used to make she makes snow cones for me in Denver, Colorado. Well, I think it was in rural Colorado. I went to school on this. I went to school with Alex and Chip and all them. Anyway, getting to the point. So when we started having our debates against each other, I was like, well, how can that be when Kanye hangs out with Donald all the time at that moment? Not talking about now, I'm talking about in the past, like a couple of years ago when this happened. And she came for me. She's very, very intelligent. I mean, she's very intelligent. But I learned, but I was still like, I wasn't quite into politics. I didn't know what was going on with the world, like all the way around. But once she did that, it set me off to learning how to see what's really wrong. Before you make an opinion or say something about somebody, make sure it's the truth. So, controversy versus the mind's eye, which means, do you see it on TV? How does it feel to be actually in the middle of a situation like that with war, hunger, homelessness, all the things that we try to fix and help? That now the black people are getting involved. They're becoming politicians. They're becoming professional technicians, customer service agents. Entrepreneurs. And their Caucasian friends are the best friends. They have mixed friends all around the world. We are one people with different cultures, different opinions, different lifestyles, different food, different types of medicines, medical technicians, technically savvy. We're all around, but we are learning to take care of this planet. We know that there is now life on other planets. We know that now. We're spiritually aware of lots of things, and we do know that God is real. So, I think I won that battle. I did apologize, but she still was wrong. And then she was invited to hang out at the White House all the time with her. She hangs out with my mom, my cousins. He's always around, even though he's in trouble. We all get in trouble. He gets in trouble. He's not perfect. We got to remember to check the technology. Waiting to Excel program is where their taxes were put in. Finish line. Now, back to what I was saying about what's going on with me is I'm trying to move and get away from this house and away from these people so they can get on their feet because they've held me down for longer than I should ever been down. I've never been robbed so many times, right down to both of my bank accounts still have not been replenished. PayPal still not gotten contact with Bitcoins, pension, my jobs, money. I have benefits. We all have benefits. I've worked for years with Bridgestone in several different divisions, and then I'm doing our own family business, which is still part of Bridgestone because we all still are Bridgestone employees. I did the housing program for Cassini Senior, as well as Keisha and the whole entire program. But I did something for Keisha, which was she had me doing like a movie, and my stepmom Denise. They were in this type of program, which is like a show, the episodes and music program. I mean, it's deep. And then you have to make sure you remember, where is everybody? Is it really me? I told Beyonce, tell Kelly, get me out of this movie. Anyway, so I did need help with everything. I've been emailing the senator, I emailed the governor. I've been letting them know what's going on. I had a counselor named Anna who was helping me with the situation when they locked me up. I had a sheriff named I think Gonzalez, who was helping me with the situation. A unauthorized police officer was hiding on the side of the building, came around and handcuffed me, and I was still having a heart attack. I was still sick. I could not. I lost my vision. I lost my memory, and when I woke up, I was in the police car in DeKalb County instead of in Chambers. And then I was immediately released, and then they lost my stuff in the system. The same thing that happened to me in Fulton County. They did the same thing to him for 3 months. Same police officer that robbed my mother years ago of a lot of money from our will, my grandfather. Not to mention, not to mention, my counselor, Miss Smith, Miss Caroline Smith, she put me through Aid Atlanta because of inheritance of property. And not just me, I included the whole entire world. I set that housing program up. I set them packages up. Aurelis is the tax lady. She owns her own tax company now. Her and several different states and different groups now are all working together. We were in mobility, the kids, the grown-ups, everybody. We're doing mobile lawn care, mobile wires. We got barbers, we got mobile masseuses, um, mobile technicians, the Firestone, um, mobile catering. Hi, Uncle John White, he does the catering. Um, we got Redbone and her group in Indiana. We got Atlanta. We got Elite. What's the Elite? What's it? The League. League of Justice, something like that. All the DJs here in Georgia. My best friends down at Bulldogs. Um, I did a lot of writing with Trisha Reed. This is the author. She has several books published. It's one of my best friends, also my cousin. Um, Transportation services. We got it. It's what we've been working on to build a corporation for our own family. Since we were broke, we all started out broke and learning how to grow up and stuff. It was hard for us. Our parents were 70s babies, or 60s, 50s babies. We're 70s babies. So we're at the end of the situation, but it definitely was and is still a big deal when it's been going on for 4 to 5 years in the same place. Everywhere I've been to every state, I was chased through Gwinnett County. They stole my money. Anything over $10,000, it should have been already recognized. But when you have people who worked in the offices and stuff, military and all that type of stuff, and we have data breaches. We had data breach, then we had the credit bureau shut down, the license comp branch was hacked all at the same time, and all my information was lost in the system. The tickets were already paid, and a whole year later, December the 17th, before probation hit, um, the lady had refunded me some of my money back because the case was wrong. I don't know how to say it. They made a mistake basically. My face was not on the profile. I still haven't even got my lawsuit money back from the insurance company, Lawyer Insurance. I had two insurance companies, full coverage, and they hit my car, hit my green truck. And I was coming from Uncle Victor's shop to me and my twin brother, Troy Overstreet. We were supposed to be in. I had some more work to do. We had to pay some bills, and toward the tie rod in, axle, spindle, shock, broke everything. She ran right into my car. She ran a light, made an unauthorized turn, and I was coming out the gas station, Raceway, on the north side of town. And she slowed down, had no seatbelt on the phone, and seeing me blowing, stop, stop, stop. I couldn't back up. I didn't know what was behind me. I couldn't turn my eyes in time. I panicked. And I slowly started to go back, and she had plenty of time to stop me. She ran into my car on purpose in the Tacoma, like a brown Tacoma. Never forget it. I called my insurance company, I called the police, and they gave me a ticket instead. I never even made it all the way out the turn. So that's coming back. And Judge Dennis Steele was in the middle of a project at the time. He let me go because he already knew what was going on. He seen it. He was like, wait a minute, something's wrong. And then my caseworker, she said, hold on, guys, something's not right. That's when it all started. I had already had the original case number. It's what they have to go by. And since all this has happened, it's provable. It's provable by paperwork. It's provable by law that they have to pay the judges. They have to pay my law firm everything. They have to pay me for everything. They have to redo my housing. Every single thing that's in my name was being stolen right up to now. I do not have any children, no babies, none of that. My babies are grown, and they have their own trust funds. And so my stocks and bonds, my pension, they pretty much done took everything. I've been broke for almost 2 or 3 years, fighting just to go back to work. I've had heart problems back to back to back. I still haven't even got the right doctors to look at me yet. I'm just now like completely feeling good, but my heart is still messed up. So between the day and tomorrow, I'm trying to get to. I left messages at the at Clayton County Health Department, which is where I always go because it's family. They have not responded, and then some of the people have responded. My SIM card's missing out my phone again. I got another phone, and it's still coming in from still. Went to sleep, woke up, stuff gone. I usually leave the door locked. So yeah, I'm trying to help him get out of here. Anyway, so I'm waiting for them to rescue me. They don't just pull up at a gas station and think I'm just supposed to walk down and see you and know who you are and get in the car. I don't get in cars. I'm not a streetwalker. I don't do any of that. I work. So I try to. They're supposed to have Social Security turned on. I'm supposed to at least 4 or 5 checks a week or a month. I forgot how they told me, but it's all documented. I'm right here waiting. So being optimistic about so many things. Then I got chased from Fulton County all the way to Indianapolis, Indiana. And then I got to Indiana. They did the same thing to me and followed me. My mother hadn't even made it back to Georgia and made it back to Indiana yet. And when she did come, I didn't. I kept saying, I know that's not my mother. And then I realized it wasn't. My mother's taller than the person that was in the room. So I kept telling my cousin, I seen Edwin and Edwin pull up with my black Dodge Avenger that was stolen from me. Plus it was insured. Plus it was from Title Max. Plus it was paid off by me. And I never got that back either. Everything that was this little short girl that stole my PIN number along with the entree, we were over at Stone Mountain and the Life at the Harrington. And she was with Bobby. Bobby had waved at me. I wasn't sure if it was safe to go talk to Bobby at the time. Um, 'Cause I didn't know what was going on. DeAndre was throwing people out the room, out the living room. He was throwing a crowd. He was fighting people and everything. Then he tried to fight with me, and I was like, I don't do that, Claire. I said, I'm not here for you. I'm here because I'm part owner of the apartment complex, and my job was to inspect it and get the projects ready. But what I wanted to do was turn each and every one of the people in these apartments into homeowners, because I inherited the land. So I set it up. I hope everybody's got the package and stuff done by now. It's been going on for the last couple of years. Um, oh, hi, Charlotte. Hi, Suzette. Hi, Debbie. Um, so I'm needing assistance, and I have asked when Keisha was doing her thing. I was on her every day trying to get them. She sent people to pick me right up, and I didn't even know who they was. So I tried to explain to them how serious it was, that how much money I have put up, like really, really put it up. When you get stocks and bonds and you're little, my grandfather died. I put stocks and bonds up with my aunt, when my cousin Exana and Clayton, Sanford and Clayton passed away. I had stuff from them that I put up too. I didn't want to be a broke dude when I got older. And here I am. I'm still broke because no one has taken care of what needed to be done as far as professional. Legal aid hasn't contacted me. Cochran hasn't contacted me. Um, Ken Nugent, uh, Legal Shield, and that short lady that worked with Uncle Ulysses was supposed to do my taxes. I can't remember her name. I know she's a relative. Anthony and Theo had took care of stuff from me in Kentucky. Um, I have friends that came to visit from overseas that deal with Willy Wonka's candy. I think they changed the name now. I'm part owner of that, part owner of Nestle chocolate. Just because I don't like I have money doesn't mean I'm broke. I mean, things that I've tried to tell my friends about, it's unbelievable to them because they're on their own level. I've done things, so I do my thing. I'm working music. My mother's singing now. She's on her feet, doing good again. Her album comes out August the 1st, Sylvia Reed. Um, I'm following right behind her as soon as I get away from the situation. I have asked, my friends have now come over here to check on things. I leave this house, they come right in the house and watch me from video camera right the street. The little dude crossed the street and broke in. I'm like, what the heck? And I went and told them, do not come in this house. I need to know who you guys are. So I told Jasmine Bosley about it. Make sure that Jasmine Baldwin is doing housing with you guys. I see her. She sneaks up around just check on things. And then she disappears. And then I seen Jeff. And I seen DeWine, my brother. That's another issue that I'm still dealing with him, with Tyler Moore. Hi, Uncle Tony Adams. And hi, Miss Adams. Adams is. Um, so yeah, it's time to assist me. I've never had a police record or anything in Georgia up until then. So they have to erase all of that. And I did a report for Fulton County Jail. I did a report for DeKalb, and I did one for Gwinnett. Gwinnett's jail is up to power to most things, but they have a lot of training to do, a lot of fixing to do. If we're clients, you know, Back then, police used to be able to walk and sit at your house, talk to you, and see what's going on, and just check on things, check on their friends and neighbors, check on their associates, check on the elderly to make sure that they have a good hold on things, so they know what's going on. Because a lot of things can be easily fixed by giving them a court date and sending them home. Take them home and drop them off. Because you're not gonna get any other money. You're gonna get the same amount of money from them being at home detention, or or on all these extra programs. I mean, there's always so much work to do with the state. Of course, it's minimum wage, but you can sign up to help and still would pay you maybe with a credit card. I don't mind secure credit, prepaid credit. That way I can put my own money on there. You set your limit. And that was what was missing from a lot of the brackets. When you go to jail, they say 3 days, 24/7, 2 hours time served, or um, or buying a bill made. That's what it's supposed to be, not 3 weeks. That guy told me $1 a day is what we get for credit, and I said no, that's not true. It's $375 a person or a head, or however that goes. It's supposed to be matched through credit. You get credit for doing those days, which is 3 days, 24, and it's mandatory. It's nationwide. It's American wide. It's not no different in each county, different in each state. It's nationwide, which means that all these people that have been getting locked up all these years were being robbed by Georgia. Georgia's a good state. Everybody's country. We're learning, but if you can learn all this technology and you can learn to steal from the government and all that, why can't you learn to fix the government? Because you're the ones paying the taxes. Makes no sense. I've done inventions, ideas. Uncle AJ and Uncle Ernie, they keep that put up for me and the rest of the family. Involve the whole entire world in all of our inventions and ideas. Like from the lawnmower to the electric bicycle to the electric car to the generator for the light company for the meters, right down to watching blindly with flying cars, flying motorcycles. We have remote control lawnmowers that cut the grass for you now. We're supposed to be involved, not sitting at home depressed and we don't have jobs when there's always something to do on Craigslist. Um, I'm supposed to be in music right now. I'm supposed to be in church, you know. But this is what I'm venting about. I have never been through something so powerfully dangerous. Someone that passed away, and I'm gonna say this right. Someone that was murdered in my family. Two people. My aunt Christy Love and Kenneth Anderson. And the person that did it had passed away in jail and left us some stuff. And then my Uncle Lou passed away. Then Grandma Tootsie, John Lewis. They're all relatives. They're all my relatives, uncles and aunties and cousins. I mean, most of the wills. And the arbitrators never got with me. The law firm never got with me. I waited. I kept calling. I explained to them how long it's been going on. My phone's been attacked. My account's been attacked. My social been attacked. It's supposed to be changed. They said, "Oh, we don't see anything." I said, "You don't see it because you're not looking. If you're not looking right, that means someone is blocking your phone." Digital is not that good when it comes to keeping your records safe. Analog is always better to put everything up safely. So staring right through my phone. I had an artist page that's working on with Smiles and Miles Mobile. Kiki. That's my girl. I haven't seen them all, but they've been around. They check on me, but they're still in movies. I had everybody signed up for exploretalent.com. And then my twin cousins, they doing music, dancing. Some of my other homeboys is dancing. I like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air new movie, new hit sitcoms coming out already. It's a lot of good things to do. We're supposed to be involved, not sitting around looking at other people. You know, I've had congestive heart failure over and over again. And I went to the hospital once, and they didn't even take care of me. Everywhere I've been, I was getting chased. And then there's a couple of girls that used to stay over there in Camp Creek Parkway, right over in is that College Park or is that East Point? That's College Park, not far from the train station. They have been following me all around. I know they're my cousins. I just don't know which ones, but I know they're in trouble. Um, had a fake police officer come to the door over there and put me out of my own apartment that my stepmother had already put me in. And we own the land of that property too. King ribs, cashmere pine, you know. Anyway, so I've been waiting for these guys. I don't want them, and they've been doing the same thing. Like I walk out the door, they try to surprise me, and nothing goes right because they're not trying to surprise me. They're just rubbing it in my face. If they were gonna do something professional, they would have came pick me up and took me to do my paperwork. Since I still have a boss, that means I actually have a law firm. It means my job can take over and process everything else. Well, oh, hi Uncle Donald, um, hi Uncle Joe, bye. That's my homeboy. You know, you want to be a good Samaritan. You want to make sure you're not a hypocrite. You want to make sure that you are not wrong for some of the things you say. Speculation is one thing. It says slanderism is based on lies and rumors, not on an opinion based on something that's happened to you or a friend. The truth is in the pudding, so they say, and time waits for no one. But in this case, time has stopped for COVID, so we're catching up. Some of these computer systems are not uploading right. Some of the systems are flawed. And so what they're checking is computer mainframes, White House, uh, Homeland Security is where it started. Anyway, so I'm wasting time here. I'm ready to get back to work and finishing everything. But I just wanted to check with you guys and let you know where I'm at, what I'm trying to do, and how much stuff has been happening to me. Just because it looks like it's not happening doesn't mean it's not. Anyway, have a blessed day. This is Dezmond, Jeramaine, Clayton on my original birth certificate. That was also stolen. The birth certificate I pulled up is not the right birth certificate. So I'm gonna need my auntie, since she's in Louisville, she can go and get it for me in Jefferson County, Jeffersonville, Jeffersonville, Jefferson, Georgia, Jefferson, Kentucky. And oh, hi Aunt Celeste and hi Aunt Leslie. So that's what I needed, you know. And I tried to go to the license branch and we got Miss Kabuki and them that used to be at the nurse. She's my nurse for 10 years over to Clayton County. Part of another wheel, Miss Mays or Miss Hayes, you know. Stealing money, back to back, stealing money, back to back, Marcus, stealing money, back to back. I can say this now because they've already attacked me. They follow me back and forth to my medical stuff. They follow me everywhere. They did not realize that I have twin cousins. You know, we all look like Magic Johnson and Jordan. We all look alike. But I needed this fixed a long time ago. I'm at the end of it. The phone is the main thing they've attacked. Video recording, audio recording, and then my friend said, "Well, you must be crazy." I said, "I got the documents in my face along with all the credit cards that they stole from NetSpend, from Cash App, Green Dot, and PayPal, and Fifth Third, and Wells Fargo, and Chase. I have money in all my accounts." And I asked for help from the state over and over and over again. So I realized that they weren't getting the information. So I did email the license branch with all the copies of the receipts and showing when the case was closed, everything. I also had did the same thing for, is it the cab downtown, that kind of Decatur? Yeah. And I talked to the probate lawyer, probate courts division. I sent them information too. Um, it's crazy when you got computer programmers and people who know how to actually tap right into the Facebook page and use your account and start talking to your friends on your page like they're you. Or they turn your phone into a, they turn your wireless mobile cell phone into a house phone, like one liner all on to listen to everything you do. And it's provable, much provable. It's provable through Google, it's provable through Lifeline, it's provable through Sprint and Boost. Okay, here we are. Thank you guys for listening and have a blessed day.